Hello and welcome to the fourth and last video in my four-part series on 9 Stoic practices to help you find the calm the storm. For the last 3 parts, we've been through 8 different practices that is focusing on building up our power to defeat every obstacles in our life. Today, we head to the last practice, the top of the tower. This lesson is about using the power that we accumulated through the last 8 practices to reach absolute serenity. And that lesson is amor fati, a lesson in greatness. Amor fati, a phrase popularized by Friedrich Nietzsche, is Latin for faithful love. Emphasis on Latin because most Stoics are Greek. But this phrase is the perfect description of their final destination. This lesson is the hardest one. It demands us not just tolerate our hardships, not just accept it as part of nature as Stoics do. It demands us to love those hardships. Nietzsche called this the formula for the greatness of mankind. It's the wish that nothing is different, no forward, no backward, nothing in all of eternity. Not just withstanding what is needed, but loving it. Why can one love their fates even when it has pain, loss, and failure? Look back at the 8 lessons that came before this and what they have taught us. Every obstacle is a chance. Every failure is a lesson. Every piece of pain is a chance to practice your faith. Marcus Aurelius described this by a strong metaphor, comparing a trained mind to a fire. Quote, a burning and gorgeous fire. It turns everything thrown into it into its own fire and light. A fire does not care about the fuel it's given. It doesn't say anything like oak only, no pine. It burns everything. Insult, failure, even of disease. Amor fati is the art of becoming that fire. It's the last acceptance, saying yes to the entirety of life. It's the understanding that every event, good or bad as we first see it, is an undeniable path that takes us here. Loving your faith is the top of inner strength. Nothing can hurt you because you have chosen to love whatever happens next. And that's the last of the 9 lessons in this series. So, we start this adventure to find a stronger mind to build an indestructible fort against the chaotic world outside. What we were looking is stone walls. But these 9 lessons tell us something deeper. True power is not in hard walls. Calmness is not emotional inertia like a statue is. The great Stoics are not without emotion, but they have learned to replace destructive and illogical passions like fear, anger, and greed with more logical epidei like happiness, caution, and goodwill. The fortress of the mind is not a place to avoid the storm. It's a factory of a sort. These 9 lessons is the tool to create a strong vehicle that is designed to enter the storm and leave it unscathed. Divine control is the steering wheel. Mental training is the compass or map or GPS or whatever else you need to navigate. But I digress. Premeditatio and willing inconvenience is the reinforcements. The diary is, well, a record. The view from above and insignificance are the guiding light reminding us of how small we are. Memento mori is the reminder that there's an end to everything. And amor fati is the last art of the navigator, loving everything no matter where they takes us. We are all creatures of a day. Our time in this world is limited. Let the knowledge of death be not the anchor of fear, but the wind of urgency, forcing us to live every day with a purpose, courage, and faith. Because eventually, as Marcus Aurelius once wrote for himself, do not waste more time to debate how should a good person be. Be the good person. That's the end of the series. If you want to see more video like this, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you next time.